Hi everybody, Carl Rust here, running for Indiana House of Representatives District 21, which includes a lot of the south part of Elkhart and kind of some other areas. Kind of a weird little district. Lines are not always very sensible. But I'd like to talk to you even if you don't live in my district, because I feel like there's some really important issues that need to be discussed in this election, and so I'm going to talk about some of those, try to break it up into small pieces so it doesn't get too long. The first thing I want to talk about is we need to do a better job having fair elections. The gerrymandering in this state is ridiculous, and in the rest of the country as well. So the Republicans have done a really good job of drawing district lines to favor them, but to me, that's not a democracy. In a democracy, you have elections that have fairly equal parties going against each other and competing. And that competition is part of our culture. It's part of our economy. It's part of how we're supposed to do politics. We're supposed to compete with each other, and may the best person win. But that's not what happens in Indiana, because of the way the district lines are drawn. It's not a fair fight. And I would like to ask our representatives, including Timothy Wesco, who is the current incumbent in District 21, and all the other people in the legislature, why didn't the commission report to establish bipartisan committee to draw district lines and try to make districts fair and equal? Why didn't that even get a hearing in the last legislative session? They didn't even want to talk about this. They don't want to talk about fair elections. So you elect people to go down to Indianapolis and represent you, but when they're down there, they're laughing at you. They don't care what you want. They only care what their rich donors and their friends and their party want. And I know Democrats have done this too. It's not just Republicans. But Republicans have a supermajority. They have all the legislative houses, and they also have the governor, Secretary of State. They have everything. So they can do what they want to do. And they didn't even want to talk about this issue. So Timothy Wesco, I'd like to know why. Why can't this be discussed, and why can't this be fixed? The other thing that happens, and partly because of this districting, a lot of people go run unopposed, and that's what was going to happen to Mr. Wesco. I just decided that wasn't acceptable. The other thing that's not fair about elections is we need to work on new rules and regulations for campaign finance reform, because it costs so much to run a political campaign that people get elected into office and they feel like they're beholden to special interest groups, big corporations, rich people. And I think we should limit campaign spending. We should make it an equal playing ground. So every candidate gets the same amount of money. No TV ads, because those cost a lot of money, and they're very non-informative, very biased. And in every race, there should be a number of debates that are held. People should have to explain their positions, and they should back them up. So that's going to end my first little discussion about running for Indiana House of Representatives District 21. Please look at our Facebook page, Rust for Indiana. You can email me at rustforindiana@gmail.com. Happy to talk to you, come to your house, come to a party, come to wherever you place a business and talk to you some more. Let me know what your questions are, or you can comment on this video. Yes, of course, subscribe and comment. Thanks for listening.